Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me again today for a very exciting interview with Boikokobetso and Bohloeki, who are two sisters who make up Insydowtcreatives. Hello, girls. It's wonderful to chat with you today.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
So, the two of you are fashion designers in South Africa.
No, we're in Lesotho. She's a fashion designer and I'm a media practitioner.
Okay. And tell us more about Insydowtcreatives.
Okay. So Insydowtcreatives was birthed, initially it was her brand idea. And then we merged in 2017 when we realized that we are struggling with, I was struggling with content and she needed media services. And it was quite a struggle being here at home and trying to do all of that apart. So we decided to then merge, and then we did our first show, when was it? We showcased in 2017. It was Mastery Fashion Week when we did our breakout. So what we usually do for that, we do like, what do we call them? Social media campaigns. We launched, I think it was women. Yes, it was it was within the 16 days of activism. Yes, so we did like a Stop Women Abuse campaign on the ramp. It was very exciting.
Okay. That's very interesting. So one of the other South African brands that's also really done well in the fashion space is Sun Goddess. And they also started out as media creatives who then decided to go into fashion. So I think the two of you have got a really, really amazing combination there.
Thank you.
Yes, because you both bring something that's needed to the other one. I find it very interesting that you say you didn't have enough content.
Yeah, no, it was getting exhausting trying to source out people that understand stories I want to tell, and then it only made sense because we live together, we're sisters, we know what each goes through creative process wise. So that's how we did it.
Okay. And Bohloeki, tell me your side of the story.
Okay, I'm gonna start at how I got the name Inside Out, right?
Okay.
I think I was in my final year in Bloemfontein. And then we had to do a project. You had to imagine your brand and like the kind of building you would be in. I remember we built like modules. What are they? Not models. Models. Yes. Those little small houses. And then I made like a corner shop. I don't know why, but I always imagined Inside Out as a corner shop in a beautiful street and whatever. But it always came from, okay, fine, what are the kind of people I would like to come into this beautiful space, right? And the people I imagined would come into Inside Out were people who truly live, who radiate their beauty from inside out. Yeah, so that's where.
Oh, that's such a beautiful,
I think that's what we're trying to do also with how we create. We are not like getting creativity, but it's literally, we call it a creative reality because it's literally is our life. It's what we do. It's we're telling a story of our life.
Okay. And how does your business make money?
Pardon?
How does your business make money?
So, firstly, I think it only dawned on us this year that we were very creativity focused, right? And we didn't make money for the longest time because we were just out there about this is us, this is what we do, this is how creative we are, but we never put a price to it.
Okay.
Right? So only this year, June. We decided it was very it was very cool, to be honest now. It was in just one conversation we had, like, okay, fine, let's just try do this. We had this idea of having, because we have very nice denim material here in the Lesotho, so we decided, let's just see what we can do with this local fabric. And then we came up with a range, denim range. We called it Own Your Character. And then we did this nice, cool campaign where we're asking people about owning their character. What does it mean for them when you think of those words, when it comes to mind? What do you think of?
So let me tell you how it works, right? When we work with clients.
I'm listening.
Like, it's like, you know, when you pass the ball, okay, I handle, like, because you can tell, okay, this one is maybe a difficult personality. Maybe this one is more. So we like toss it like a hot ball. No, you take this. You take this.
But I must say, so when we came out, we realized as well, ranges and campaigns in clothing were not very popular.
Okay.
Whew, that was now another challenge of trying to get people to understand, listen, this is a range. So it's like a very continuous work we are aware of that we have to be doing, introducing, like, okay, this is a range, this is we're doing this campaign now, go for this is this. Because with this one, with the Own Your Character one, with the denim, it's very strong blue denim or black. So what we did to give it more character was to bleach it nicely. This is like the latest one we did. And then
fabulous.
Right,
see the other one, stand up and turn around, please.
Yes, and then you did this one. Here it is, the Own Your Character one.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's amazing.
Yes, and then the third. Yes, so we had to like make everyone understand this is a very unique jacket because you're going to be the only one that has it in this way, but the designs are all the same. So that's the thing that we've been trying to introduce. Some get it, some love it, some don't. I want it exactly like this. So
but also I like how we put like, because she tells beautiful, she knows how to capture stories, right?
Yes.
So she came up with this thing where, okay, fine, the name of the range is, of course, now Own Your Character, right? So now she's like, okay, fine, maybe let's get people to talk about how they're owning that, because this could be a thing. How are people owning their character on a daily basis? Now, of course, it came from this, but now, of course, there are real people out there where we can recognize that this person is definitely owning their character. Yes. So we had this Own Your Character campaign thing which went on. I was so humbled. It went so well. People were telling their deepest stories. I was so inspired. People were telling us how they're owning. It was inspiring. It was literally the thing that would wake us up in the morning. Because we got videos. Did we talk to you about it? Did we?
No.
Yeah. Oh, we should have. We should have.
I think we're too overwhelmed. The feedback from the people. The response was amazing. Because you're just trying, getting into someone's space. You're not sure how it's gonna go, and then it was amazing.
So it's different when. Sorry, it's different when you're creating for yourself because you're just creating. The minute you put money,
it gets so real.
I want to cry for my mom every day. The minute you put money on it, it's a whole different ballgame. Like you start questioning even a single stitch.
Yes. And I think it's a challenge that a lot of designers run into. I almost feel that there's something missing in our fashion colleges, that designers don't. I mean, you've been out of college for some time to be running into this very real oh my goodness, this is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You know, and my feeling is that you should be learning that at college already, not only when you enter the workspace.
In a very practical manner.
Yeah, I don't think it's it's not a subject that's there.
We had it, but it was just so broad. It was just entrepreneurship. Nothing that got you prepared to, okay, this is it. This is how everything's gonna work out for you. It was just a module. Nothing that got you to understand how the creative world and the money world are gonna come together.
Yeah, no, never. Money is never mentioned.
No. They're just
So for the whole time, we just thought, now for the whole time, I just thought because I'm creative, money is gonna come.
Yes, that's how we did our years from 2017.
I didn't think we had to be intentional with how we are targeting to get that money.
And that's honestly, that's how it has been for us from 2017 only till this year. Like I said, we only thought, we're gonna put it out, people are gonna love, and people are gonna say, make it for me, and like, maybe it's as much.
Yes,
doesn't work like that.
Yes. I seem to have asked a difficult question, and it's because so many young designers ran into that challenge. I myself ran into. I'm only giggling because I feel you so deeply, Bohloeki. I still do that sometimes.
It's real.
It's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
especially when a customer
to keep
says,
a balance between having fun,
yes,
and making the product worth its value.
Yes.
Like, come on,
business oriented,
and have the language of business. And my word, like, come on. I've never. This was a year and a half.
Entrepreneurship stretches you.
Yes, 101. Like, whoa, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been admiring that piece of fabric behind you. Can you tell me more about that?
Go for it.
Okay, so this fabric is called. There's a homestead thing that in Lesotho. It's not even just in. I think there's also in Free State, in Eastern Cape also. It's called denim. If you can say it properly. It's called denim. We call it dinoti. Dinoti is bees in English.
Okay.
Yes. So we just randomly, honestly, this is a technique that we were taught. Okay, our grand taught us this whole denim thing. She wrote a book and then she challenged us.
It was a dare.
She actually dared us. She actually took the challenge. She actually dared us to do these kind of things. And then we thought, yeah, no, we can do it. Nana. And then, so we took up the dare. That was it. 2019.
It was
right?
2019.
So we've been practicing. Met some of your stuff on Facebook, and that now opened up a whole new world.
Community is amazing.
It's amazing. It's so inspiring. Before we actually joined that community, I wanted to quit this thing. I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, because it was taking up, first of all, it was taking up too much time.
Okay.
And I wasn't thinking, but she's different she's very positive, right?
Yes.
I was feeling like, oh my God, this thing is taking up too much time, and I'm not even good at it. And she said, like, no, I love it.
To be honest, I think the first time we started, no, it was not a very, how we actually got to it, Melanie. We had a show we were preparing for, right? And then we were really asking for funding everywhere, but we were very ambitious about it. We needed like loads of money because we wanted to have like a print created from a picture I took just from my damn close by our house here. So that didn't work out. And then we visited our grand, we found this book, and then it was just there. Oh, it was just answers in paper. And then that's how we actually took it up. It was wild because sometime later we'll get
So it looks as though we've lost those two high energy girls due to circumstances beyond our control. I hope you enjoyed that interview up until the point where we lost them. And I'm going to try very hard to get them on another interview for you at a later date so that we can hear more about their story. They are really fun to talk to, and I find their energy totally infectious. So I will definitely schedule another interview with them in a few months' time so that you can hear their progress. And I'd really like to see their granny's book. Maybe we can talk them into bringing that along for the next interview. So thank you so much for spending time with me again today. I appreciate it very much. See you again next time.